Hi, I'm Jamie Stephen of TorchLight Bioresources, and welcome to Canada. We are Canadians and we smile in the face of winter and we say bring it on, because at the end of the day we can go back to our homes, to our commercial buildings and bask in the warmth. And how are we able to do that? Well, Canada is by far the largest heat user per capita in the G20. In fact, our heat market is so large, it's over 50% larger than our entire non-heating electricity market combined. On a per capita basis, Canada consumes more heat for heating our homes and our businesses than any other country except for Iceland, which has a lot of geothermal, and Norway, which only has a population of 5 million and is blessed with more hydropower than they can use. However, in Canada, most of our heating comes from fossil fuels, and that means natural gas and propane and heating oil. And with those fossil fuels, that means a lot of greenhouse gas emissions. Which brings me to district bioenergy systems, infrastructure which could not be more Canadian. What are district energy systems? Basically, they're pipes underground that distribute hot water, steam to a bunch of different buildings. We have about 160 district energy systems in Canada, but we're total laggards when it comes to the world. For example, less than 1% of the Canadian population has access to a district energy system. In Denmark, 2/3 of the population has district energy systems, and in Sweden the number is 50%. Why are district energy systems so important for reducing greenhouse gas emissions? Well, they're enabling infrastructure for the use of low carbon fuels. That means biomass, that means wood chips, that means straw, and that means solid waste. Nobody wants a truckload of wood chips or straw showing up at their house, but what we can do is have a central heating plant where they take those fuels and produce heat in the form of hot water and steam, and then distribute those to a lot of different buildings, whether they're big towers or smaller homes. You might be saying, Jamie, you're crazy, but no. Renewable heating with solid biomass is by far the most proven and cost-effective means of reducing greenhouse gas emissions. If you look at Europe, 84% of the renewable heating and cooling market, by far the largest renewable energy market, is made up of solid biomass heating. In fact, the energy from solid biomass heating is equal to all the energy produced from renewable electricity generation, including hydro, combined. Since 1990, Sweden's greenhouse gas emissions have dropped by 25%, while their GDP has gone up 122%. Now, what's driving all these emission reductions? Well, over 80% are because of bioenergy, with the vast majority of those from solid biomass heating. To give you an example of what's feasible, Fortum, Stockholm, which just commissioned a plant in 2016 of 420 megawatts, operates on wood chips and wood pellets and heats 200,000 homes. Okay, so biomass district energy systems can reduce greenhouse gas emissions. But what else? Well, biomass district energy can be deployed from small-scale hamlets to giant cities. It provides up to 10 times the number of operating jobs as other types of renewables, such as wind and solar. It also means that all the money spent on fuel stays in the community. When we're using fossil fuels, 90% of those expenditures leave the community. When we're using biomass fuels, 75 to 85% stay within the community and provide jobs and a lot of income. Let's put the infrastructure in place for a sustainable future. Let's build the district energy systems to enable renewable, sustainable, low-carbon biomass. Let's build the infrastructure that could not be more Canadian. District bioenergy systems. Come on, let's go light a fire.